It's week 4 of the NFL, and this one features Trevor Lawrence. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Buccaneers and the Chiefs on Sunday night primetime.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. They're led out by the former third-round pick, now in his 11th NFL season, and that's Russell Wilson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Here's Wilson to throw right away. And his first look is incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer, and they get the safety there.
And this is one I think where the safeties usually got to come a long way. So sometimes it's tough for them to slow down that momentum. That's going to draw the flag more times than not.
Hall ought to give up the middle. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. There's Wilson to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Wilson. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Holding offense. You can't have that.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. Shark's got it, left side. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
What we hear hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On fourth down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now Lawrence on first down. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second and a couple. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. A first catch for the man leading the NFL in receiving yards in this first month. And a first down to boot. The Buccaneers at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
On the ready.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he gets it up past the 35. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll get this to about the 38. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 17 carries, 115 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. 72 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily side.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Odell Beckham. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now Hall to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago, 20 carries, 82 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. On first down, Wilson. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
It was JPP that time, Jason Pierre-Paul, who got in there to blow that play up.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson over the middle. That's caught by Chase. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And from the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Now it's Wilson. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it was T.J. Hawkinson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Open man is Samuel, complete. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Having someone like T.J. Hockenson as your starting tight end makes you feel good as an organization because he finds ways to get open and gives his quarterback a reliable safety net over the middle or even to the edges. Case in point there, that play for a first down.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On 1st down, right back to Hall. Down to the 41.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing is Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to the ground with Hall. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Santos' kick is up and through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense. offense as he shuffles onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
61, back, box, play,
A first down carry by Elliott. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Lawrence. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A.J. Green, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to move back in front. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And Sharp calls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and 11 now. Here's Wilson. Open man is Chase, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Throwing again here, Wilson. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and that will keep this a 4-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Lawrence's throw complete there to Beckham. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From midfield now, Lawrence. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time with the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now Lawrence on first down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A.J. Green with career touchdown number 70. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Well, we've seen that a time or two over the years from A.J. Green, long, explosive touchdown catches.
And he is so good at playing the ball in the air and going over the top of people to make catches. I think his teammates call it playing a little bit of hoops or playing above the rim. He is fantastic at it and continues to get better as his career progresses.
Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good to make it 21-17. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Joe Burrow, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. From there we say, so long, America. Hello, England. As we head over the Atlantic to check out the action in London, where it was the Vikings acting as the visiting team who were able to come out on top. Aaron Rodgers, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. And lastly, a great one to wrap up the first week of October. The Rams and 49ers in the NFC Championship game rematch from Levi Stadium. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for KC in that first half. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first two quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they've got the lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive. On play action, Lawrence got his target, Samuel. And out of bounds right around the 20. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. 10th carry now for Elliott. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Ezekiel Elliott from 10 yards out. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Now Wilson on first down. He's got his touch. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Lawrence. And that is caught downfield by Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely, pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Tucker's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And this one caught by Max Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. On first down, Wilson. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll run with Hall. A beautiful fake. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Here's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Wilson. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down. Wilson. He's going to, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And just a yard to go here on second down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Able to get this one to McBride. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On 2nd and goal, Lawrence. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And now here comes Kansas City. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's got a man complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He gets it underneath to Hall. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 2nd and very short, Wilson escaping the pressure right. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. And check down, complete to Hall. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And that might just cement it. A return for a touchdown. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that would overturn. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Bucs are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bucs, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.